If your teenage son or kid brother told you that he wanted to be a rap artist, you may think it's time for some career counseling.
If his brother then decides to follow the same path, you may wonder if it's time for you to book some therapy. But fortunately, local rappers Shakezpeare and Avi G had more understanding and supportive parents.
They took the risk in giving their sons a chance to succeed, and they've now received a very special tribute, as Mishal discovered.
Go back 15 years, and they were known as Avashan and Pravashan. But today, local hip-hop fans will recognize them as the brothers in rap, Avi G and Shakezpeare. For audiences unfamiliar with the hip-hop scene, the rap genre is seen mainly in its gangster dimension. But these young artists show its more thought-provoking side.
Avashan and Pravashan Govinders are brothers who share a love of music. As up-and-coming rappers, they create music that is surefire hits. Avi G and Shakezpeare are in the Mela house.
It must be hard being me, right? But you really can't judge.
Based in Alberton, Johannesburg, the brothers are also songwriters and qualified sound engineers. Although they share similar ambitions and a passion for rapping, their material reflects their individual identities. There's an element of competition, but they enjoy their bro time.
Hey gents, how you guys doing? So it's Avashan and Pravashan. So who's the older brother?
Me. Me.
And how old are you?
I'm 23.
And I'm 21.
How did this whole rap passion start?
I got inspired of a song. It was called, I think, Sean Paul, We Be Burning. And I was just so fascinated. I was like, oh, how did they put all of this together, you know? And then one of my friends came up to me and he was like, hey, have you heard your brother rapping? And I'm like, wait, what? Since when does he rap?
Wait, so just to establish, you lived in the same house, right?
Yeah.
When did the decision come to collaborate?
We just figured, you know, we're both aiming for the same goal, you know? And we figured, hey, we relate on the same kind of topics. So we were like, why not let's go forward with this together.
What was the first break?
I'd say the Gold Reef City when we performed in 2012. That was the biggest one for us, you know, like the Diwali festival in Indian Spice.
Pravashan, your parents have played such a pivotal role. What does that mean to you personally?
It means actually a lot, because a lot of parents do put pressure onto their kids, whether it is telling them to become a doctor or a lawyer. A lot of the time it depends on what the child wants to do and what their dreams are and what their ambitions are. So it was really good that our parents told us always to follow our dreams and always to chase whatever we wanted to chase.
Raised by a King and Queen as your latest track. Tell me a bit more about that.
It's kind of an important song for us mainly because a lot of kids these days, they don't give a lot of thanks to their parents or stick to the values that their parents try to instill in them. So we wanted to kind of let the people know that we still have the values that they put in us and that we can show how much we appreciate having like parents like them.
See, I was raised by a good woman, so I treat women good. Raised by a man that made me understand if you really want something, then you gotta work for it. The values my parents gave me, nobody could afford it. It's why I'm the man I am today. Knowing time won't promise that we will stay. That's why I give it all.
Generally, parents tend to get a bad rap in this genre, so it's quite a tribute to Christy and Rajan Govender that their sons see them as such positive role models.
Growing up, were the kids always musically inclined?
Yes, they were. It was first Indian music. We had them going for, all our musical instruments. Each one was playing something. And then as they grew up, it obviously changed English.
Well, what was your concerns when you heard that they wanted to be rappers?
I actually didn't believe it at first. But when I heard, the way they rapped, I was actually impressed.
Raised by a King and Queen is dedicated to you as parents. How do you feel about that?
I'd say I'm very emotional.
Now, what advice would you have for parents who are also facing a similar decision where their kids would like to also follow a more creative career?
Every parent wants their kids to follow in a big profession. But most importantly, let your kids do what they want to do. Let them follow their dream and support them.
Now this is where the magic happens. I'm in the house of Avi G and Shakezpeare. This place is amazing, guys. Did you also collaborate on this?
Yeah, thanks. It was. We actually designed it ourselves and we just made it happen.
Now I fully understand Avi G, but how did you come up with the name Shakezpeare?
One of the long-time friends I had that knew I used to write poetry at the time kind of just suggested it, and then I went along with it.
Now, I love listening to music, but I don't understand the process. Talk me through it.
When I feel it, I write, according to how I feel. I can't force it any other way. I have to feel it in order to write it. Once I put it together, match melodies to the lyrics, and comes all together.
My style is more, I would say, about everyday life experience. If it's in my mind, then I'll write about it.
I'm really curious to find out which South African rapper really stands out for you. Avi G?
It would have to be Casper with how he's taking his music forward and his career. You know, I really admire that.
Yeah, and for me, it would probably be AKA.
Guys, I'm in the house of Avi G and Shakezpeare. I've got to see you perform.
Yeah, right now I'm super flying, that's the way that I do, I swear. Right now I'm super flying, that's the way that I do, I swear. Yeah, don't let nobody stop you.
I find myself trying to write a letter to all them haters that just think they better. Cause having enemies and doubters to me is ancient. I can make you more jealous if you just patient.
I know you guys are just starting out in the industry, but where do you see yourself in the next couple of years?
Well, I hope to see us established in the music industry, making music with all kinds of different artists.
And yourself?
I'd love to, by the age of like 35 or something, go behind the scenes and just be behind the beat, produce for other musicians.
You've taken such a big step in living your true life. What could you share with others?
I say if you want to be happy, then do what you're passionate about, you know? People can expect things of you, but you know what you should expect from yourself, you know, in order to be happy. So you get one life, so do what makes you happy.
If you support what you do and if you believe in yourself, then you can accomplish whatever you want to.
If you wanna be cool, be you. Right now I'm super flying, that's the way that I do, I swear. Yeah, right now I'm super flying, that's the way that I do, I swear.
Well, the message that Avi G and Shakezpeare wish to portray is that be who you are. That's more than enough. Guys, what's my rap name? Well, there you go. Mishal Angelo signing out.
Be you. Right now I'm super flying.